Today we've got a very special day planned for you as we're going to take a tour of the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, which is responsible for rescuing animals over a 52-mile stretch of California coastline.
Welcome to the American Dream TV, the real show, not a reality show, that is based on lifestyle, culture, and real estate. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs. In this episode, we are headed to beautiful Orange County, California, and we will be featuring Shawn and Helena Noonan. Let's get this episode started right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
Hi, I'm Shawn Noonan.
And I'm Helena Noonan.
And welcome to this episode of American Dream TV. Today we've got a very special day planned for you as we're going to take a tour of the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, which is responsible for rescuing animals over a 52-mile stretch of California coastline.
And today we're taking you behind the scenes to find out everything that's going on in this great place right behind us.
Well, welcome to Pacific Marine Mammal Center.
Thank you.
Here we are right by our 3 different types of rescue trucks you can actually see behind us. So this kind of is how the animal's journey starts with us. You know, we get calls from the public, animal control, lifeguards, anyone that might know about us. We're responsible for 52 miles here at PMMC, so we can't constantly monitor all the beaches all the time. So we rely on the public to call those animals in. We always ask for a photo. We want to prepare our team as much as possible to what they expect out there. You know, they're going to bring a lot of different equipment if it's an adult male sea lion as opposed to a small tiny little harbor seal. It's kind of funny because I'll have people say, oh, it's a tiny little baby, and I'll get down and it's a 350-pound adult male. I'm like, that's not a tiny little baby, but okay. So we have our rescue trucks. We'll send our team out, and then we will bring the animal on in here. We'll go through a whole intake process. So just like you would when you're going to get checked up at the doctor's office.
Right.
They'll get weighed, their temperature, glucose levels. They'll take blood work, get length, because we got to diagnose the problem. Why is the animal here with us? So if you guys want to come through, we're going to meet Miss Haggis, who was rescued just a few days ago.
Great.
Let's do it.
So here we are, we have our ICU area, our pen. So this is where our patients that first are rescued come in. They're kind of off the beaten path from the craziness of the rest of the hospital. They're right next to our vet clinic, and these are heated floors. So you can see, if you want to peek in here, this is Miss Haggis. She was rescued a few days ago. You know, physically she looks very lethargic. She's very malnourished, but that doesn't even explain all the issues that are wrong with her. So, you know, when the doctors are doing those exams, they also take x-rays. We found a fishing hook is lodged in her esophagus. So she's gonna have to have a surgery to take that out. She was a little bit too weak yesterday when they put her under anesthesia. So she's going to have to undergo another one. So we're really hopeful. So she's resting, and you'll definitely see some other sea lions here. So here we have our animal care chart medical board. So you can see we have our patients here, their problem, their treatment, their plan, and any comments. So these are the animals that first come in versus once they're kind of been here for a few months, they're off their medications down here. And then their wellness exam is done, so they're getting ready, they're healthy, and then approved for release, like Monica and Gunther are the 2 elephant seals that we're gonna release.
Yay!
Oh, that's great.
They go through a whole phase.
Right,
we have our feeding charts here. And then we also have our clinic, which is like a med room / supply closet / office / exam room. So these are our intermediate pens. So we have the ICU area, and then once they graduate there, they kind of move over here to these indoor-outdoor pens. This is Gator, though. We moved him down here recently. He was rescued a few days ago, but just to give him some more space. You could definitely tell the difference between Gator and then the elephant seals outside. He's very lethargic. He's not feeling so well. He's got a lot of wounds on his stomach, and then I don't know if you see that extra little flap right there. So that's an old wound that healed weird and just kind of left the skin flapping. So once he's a little bit more stable, we're going to see if we can just leave it or if it needs to be removed, if it gets infected, you know. So his treatment is still kind of a waiting game right now. Yeah.
In the air a little bit.
So he's being tube fed 4 times a day. He's been given fluids for hydration subcutaneously. But we have these pens that we are able to house the animals kind of after they go over the hump of the ICU.
He gets a private room right now.
He gets his own suite.
Right.
He's lucky.
And is that kind of the next step in the evolution
Yep.
there? They start here, they move to there, and then
Yep,
out
and then
into
they
the...
go out to the graduation pools.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So these are Pacific harbor seals. So here at Pacific Marine Mammal Center, we rescue all marine mammals. Our main patients are the California sea lions, the northern elephant seals, and Pacific harbor seals. So we have 3 of these guys right now. You see they're like spotted little footballs swimming around in there. But these are graduation pools. So pools A through D, they're a little bit bigger. These are our healthy animals. They have gone through most of their wellness exams and they're almost ready to be released back into the wild.
That's so great. So they stay here for how long?
All of our patients stay on average between 2 to 4 months. You know, some of them maybe are here for a month and they're out. Some of them might be here for 6 months. Just depends on how sick they are when they are here, what their issue was. Was it entanglement? Was it malnutrition? Was it human interaction? You know, was it a boat wound? You know, it just kind of depends. But on average, about 2 to 4 months. So we're doing a competitive feed for the California sea lions. So, you know, she's throwing them at places where they're not so that they can, you know, simulate almost foraging and diving and hunting for that fish.
Because the whole idea here is to train them back to go into the wild.
So they have those habits that they can be successful out in the wild. They can forage, they can dive, you know, because they aren't so lucky there where we're not just going to throw fish. They have to go after those fish.
Find them.
And so we just got to make sure this is a, you know, big criteria when the vet is doing our wellness exam for these guys to see, are these guys ready? Are they ready to go back home? They're about a year old. They got some growing to do, definitely. They're probably about 75-ish pounds right now.
What's the ideal weight that you like to get them to for release?
Right about here.
Okay.
For these guys, and then about 200, 150, 200 for the elephant seals.
So these guys are kind of getting ready to be released?
Yeah,
Okay.
they should be released very, very soon.
Okay. It's an amazing organization you guys have here, and obviously we'd like to learn a little bit more about how you fund and pay for all this.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit and entirely run on support from the public, donation, grants, fundraisers, that sort of thing. Pacific Marine Mammal Center is really lucky. We were the first marine mammal licensed rescue rehabilitation center in the state of California. And we're actually celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. So
We
50
heard that.
years.
That's
yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. And from very humble beginnings, as you explained.
Absolutely. I mean, we started with 2 lifeguards and a doctor rehabilitating seals in their bathtub. You know, to this, as you can see, we still need more space. So we're starting a big renovation project where we can have more pools for our patients, an isolation unit for those tricky special cases, more space that we can do research and procedures. You know, as you can see, our lab was like 8 different, you know, it should have been 8 different rooms in one. But yeah, we're very grateful and depend on the public for support, and we can't, thank you guys enough for coming here and bringing attention to us and all that.
Well, we really appreciate you guys giving us access. It's such an amazing organization. We've had a fantastic time with you here today, and I know you guys are just doing such a great job in the community. So thank you for everything that you're doing.
So tomorrow we have a really big surprise. If you guys can join us, we would love to invite you along on an elephant seal boat release. We're going to release Monica and Gunther back to the wild.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh my goodness, tomorrow?
Tomorrow
7:30?
morning, 7:30, bright and early.
We'll be here.
Oh my goodness, we'll be here. That's for sure. Thank you.
So today we are releasing 2 elephant seals, Monica and Gunther. We gave them a little breakfast, so they have a full tummy, and we will load them up into their kennels, weigh them, load them up into our truck, and drive down to Dana Point Harbor. We like to do these earlier in the morning just because the sea's a little bit more calm. We have some fabulous donors that have supplied this boat that we can release these guys off of. We have quite the entourage today and give these guys a proper send-off.
Today we've got the opportunity to sit down with Ryan Grant, who's a divisional president for Neo Home Loans. He's also the founder of the Insight team in Orange County, California. And Ryan's had an incredible run in the mortgage industry.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan. This has been very exciting to have you. We have been watching you for a long time now, and so we're very thankful that you took the time to come here today.
Excited to be here. Got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Ryan, one of the things that's impressed us most about your approach to lending is this art of homeownership that you've instituted in your business. And really, it's more of a holistic approach to financial literacy and understanding the place that the mortgage plays in the much larger financial picture for your clients. So tell us a little bit about that.
That's what's really exciting about the partnership is that you guys have the same vision and the same heart for the type of real estate or the type of financing that helps people grow their generational wealth. Right? It helps them plan for future real estate goals and avoid mistakes or bad decisions along the way. What we've found over the last 15 years of doing this is that just giving someone a mortgage or helping someone buy or sell a home makes them become a homeowner. But for them to become a successful homeowner, it takes consistency, right? It takes proactivity. And the average person did not get any education in real estate or finance anywhere in their high school years or college years or anywhere beyond. So the fact that the real estate industry and in large part the mortgage industry, we just give people homes and give people debt and then wish them good luck. It's a problem because they don't know how to handle every aspect of real estate or finance, and just buying the home is step one of many steps. And so what I'm proud of in our partnership and with the Art of Homeownership is that we can commit to helping people become successful homeowners through all the strategies and all the different implementations that we have to take them from where they are today to where they want to go. And a lot of times they didn't know that was really on the journey, right? They just thought buying the home is step one, and then the rest kind of just happens, but it doesn't without intentionality, right? And that's where we get to step in and really be a partner with that client in their overall success.
It's part of the education that a lot of agents and loan officers out there are not willing to take the time to educate them that this is, like you said, is the very first step. But they don't know what step 2, 3, and beyond are. They have no idea, right? And that's why you step in and you help along the way.
There was just an article that came out that said 64% of millennials have some form of regret after they buy their first home.
Interesting.
And it's because people didn't take the time to
Right.
give them the education, advice, and guidance going into it. They just click button, get mortgage, buy house. And then once they're done, there's no strategic follow-up.
Right.
And again, just owning that home makes you a homeowner. But to be a successful homeowner, it takes continual guidance from your real estate professionals. It takes monitoring of your debt and your finances by your mortgage professional, and a group of people like estate planning attorneys and financial planners,
Right.
insurance professionals. And so when you work with real estate agents that buy into that theory of helping people beyond the transaction, that's what every consumer in the country should demand from the professionals they work with.
Right, and I think the industry is obviously headed in that direction. I mean, your success proves that with the business you've been able to build. Consumers clearly want that information. They want that education. I mean, I was playing Monopoly with my kids the other night, right? And as we're sitting here talking about it, I think the best education a lot of people get in real estate and finance is probably playing Monopoly when they're 14 years old.
Yeah, probably close to
You
it.
know, and I think it's all about education, and we realized that years ago on the real estate side of the business is sitting down with clients and really getting them to understand what goes into buying and selling a home. It's a process for people, and it really is something that I think people crave that information and they want that knowledge. Certainly on the financial side of things, I think there's been a lack of information until relatively recently.
So this is a very different concept.
Yeah.
Very different. New, exciting. So how did you come up with that? How did the whole thing come about?
Man, initially we spent years and a lot of time and money and energy on being the best customer service lender in the country. And we were hands down known as, if you got a loan from us, you guys had experienced it, like the gifts that our clients got, the communication, the standard of which we held ourselves as a mortgage company. And we realized that just wasn't enough. I mean, when someone was getting maybe an eighth of a quarter of a point difference in interest rate, because we always know there's cheaper options out there, they didn't see value beyond the transaction, which led me to believe they're right. There's not a lot of value beyond just getting the transaction done. So I said, if we can help them save or make 10 times the amount of money they might save by going with the cheap route, and if we can fundamentally show them how we make them a successful homeowner and help them for generations to come, that's value.
Completely different.
And so ever since that realization or epiphany, we've continued to add, and we always ask ourselves, where's the pain that homeowners are feeling or prospective homeowners are feeling, and how can we continue to work to solve that? So Art of Homeownership started with 3 basic premises, and now there's 7 things that we do, and we'll continue to add to it.
Yeah, it's interesting. In this industry, obviously, we're going through a lot of change.
Yeah.
Technology's really invaded our industry. I don't know if invaded is the right word, but a lot of technology emerging, things to make things simpler, more economical, streamlined for the consumer. And I think somehow there's a level of service that's been lost to all of that. I mean, we're used to going on Amazon, click, buy, it shows up at our front door. And I think, especially when you're talking about mortgage and real estate and homes and the asset that we talk about, the asset value, there's a level of service, I think, that's emerging in this industry that we think is benefiting the consumer.
Yeah, I mean, there's commoditization of what we're doing because the consumer thinks, well, it's just a transaction.
Right, right.
Which is why you get that 64% regret number, right? Because they believe it's as easy as applying for a credit card, right? Or as easy as buying a home on Amazon. Now, you can do that. You can go $500,000 into debt in 8 minutes, right? You can buy $1 million home in 30 days without knowing a week before you were going to do that. Should you do that is quite another question.
Different question.
Whole nother,
Yeah, and so I tell everybody, look, there's a massive difference between what you can do and what you should do. And it takes professionals and people that know what they're doing to help you navigate through and to get your way. And we tell everyone the same thing. We don't care if you buy, sell, or finance a home. Honestly, all we care about is you have the right advice and education so you can make a confident decision. And then if you're confidently ready to buy or sell, great, we'll help you with that. And if you're not, then we just develop a plan and a strategy and a timeline to get you there at some point.
Yeah. It's all about giving people the right information, letting them make an informed decision.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Excellent. Excellent.
Well, thank
Ryan,
you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yeah.
Very, very insightful. Love the holistic approach to the entire process. As you know, that really resonates with us, and that's why we're here speaking with you today. So thanks again for your time.
Thank you guys. It's been fun.
If you are looking for homes in Orange County, then you are in luck because the Noonans have brought their latest listings right here to us. Let's check them out.
The largest floor plan in the Paragon Tract, This beautiful home is situated on an oversized corner lot at the top of the hill in Niguel Summit and enjoys panoramic views of the mountains and city lights below. The floor plan features 4 bedrooms with a downstairs bedroom and a large bonus room upstairs that could easily be converted into 2 extra bedrooms. Soaring ceilings in the living and dining areas and large windows let in lots of natural light, which help this home blend seamlessly with the huge private wraparound yard, which has been enhanced by the addition of an incredible glass-enclosed sunroom, adding over 300 square feet to the original design. The response to this home was incredible, and we received 9 offers in the first week on the market, and 6 of those offers were over asking price. We closed escrow at the highest sale price ever for this tract. Enjoy California coastal living at its finest in this 24-hour guard-gated community of Monarch Beach, which is situated just around the corner from the world-renowned Waldorf Astoria Resort and the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. This prime location is minutes from the Dana Point Harbor, the Monarch Beach Golf Links, some of Southern California's finest beaches, and world-class dining and art galleries in Laguna Beach Village. This property sure garnered a lot of attention from the minute we put it on the market. We received 4 offers the first week. We ended up closing escrow in 2 weeks with an all-cash offer. This highly desirable 2-story home sits in the Northwood Tract on a quiet cul-de-sac in Irvine and offers energy-efficient living with a 32-panel solar power generating system and a newer steel roof. Light and bright, this inviting home boasts 4 bedrooms plus a bonus room and 2 1/2 bathrooms with dual vanities in both the ensuite and private guest bathrooms. Enjoy warm summer evenings in the private backyard with a completely remodeled pool and spacious patio area. Centrally located in the coveted Irvine School District, this home is close to freeway access and toll roads, shopping and dining options at the Irvine Spectrum and Tustin Marketplace, John Wayne Airport, and the OC Great Park. No homeowners association or Mellow Ruse make this home a rare find. Enjoy single-level living in this extensively remodeled home, which features vaulted ceilings, 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and an office. This exceptional home has been modified from the original floor plan, and the workmanship and attention to detail are sure to impress even the most discerning buyer. Close to miles of stunning ocean view trails with breathtaking sunsets that lead all the way to the ocean and into the local regional park system. Because this house was so highly upgraded, the response on the market was immediate. We received an offer within 3 days and closed escrow at $100,000 over our original asking price. This Monarch Point Ocean Close community is situated directly above South Laguna Beach and Dana Point. Inside, you have the best of both worlds. Single-level living with 2 bedrooms and 2 full baths, an upgraded kitchen, and a beautiful vaulted living room. Upstairs is a big bonus area with an additional 2-room loft. The huge yard is one of the most attractive features of this property and contains discrete outdoor spaces, including a work-from-home area, a private glass greenhouse, a zen den for relaxing, a fire pit, a dining area, and a beautiful breakfast nook and barbecue. Community amenities include a clubhouse, a pool and spa with an incredible ocean view, 2 squash courts, and 2 tennis courts. Because the demand for single-level properties is so high, we saw 4 offers on this property in the first 2 weeks and closed escrow at $16,000 higher than our asking price. This gated community offers breathtaking coastline views and resort-style living for the most discerning buyer. This Mediterranean villa is a coveted Plan 5 floor plan and features 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms and is highly regarded for the abundance of space and privacy. Best of all, you get to enjoy panoramic views of the coastline and city from all levels. Notable features in this upgraded home include remodeled kitchens and bathrooms, crown molding, double pane windows, an attached 2-car garage, and a spacious family room with a fireplace. HOA amenities include guard-gated access, 2 pools and spas, tennis courts, and access to nearby hiking and biking trails.
We hope you enjoyed this latest episode of the American Dream TV in the amazing Orange County, California. Make sure and follow us on social media and engage with us in the conversation. We love to hear from you. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs, and we look forward to seeing you next time. But in the meantime, cheers to your American Dream.